What's up, fam, and welcome to another video on Conan Exiles. Today, I'm gonna debunk some questions from people about armors and what to wear on the Exile planet, whatever you want to call it. So, as you know, each armor set, they have qualities. So you can have, let me go over here. So you have your basic quality, so we just have Defari skin, yep. And then you go up to exceptional, and then you go up to flawless. But some people are like, well, how do I get exceptional? How do I get flawless? And of course, these things you can't achieve with normal armourers. You need T3 or T4 armourers or legendary. But some people are like, well, why should I bother getting exceptional and flawless when I can just go up to the dungeon at level 60 and go and get the Silent Legion armour, which would be way easier. Which, yes, is way easier. It shares stats. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a pair of Silent Legion armour. But wearing Silent Legion armour also makes you miss out on certain things. Like, you can only go so far. So if you have +3 stats on everything, apparently it's supposed to be +2. So I don't know when that will change. But for me, it hasn't changed yet, so it's all +3. But I did notice a armor reduction right here. Why bother when you can just get Silent Legion? It's just so much easier, you know? You can just go up there, you can go in. You don't even have to fight the boss, you can just click E on all the stones and then jump into the water, you're fine. You could pretty much miss them out altogether. Well, if you want to specialise, which I would highly recommend, do specialise. Because if you go and get yourself a, let's say, a Defari Armourer tier 3, you can get all the exceptional Defari armor pieces. But then if you go a step further to find a name thrall, which is mostly, may I say, in the purge, you will find these guys. But there are a few on the map that I've noticed that you can get without needing a purge. But if you do want these certain pieces and you need to go and trigger a purge for the armourer, then you have to live in certain areas. So if I wanted Cimmerian exceptional or flawless, I would need to go and make my house by the Mounds of the Dead to get the flawless, so that the person could spawn on me. So yeah, getting Ogress Iron Eater will get you the flawless. And why do you want flawless? Well, I will show you the comparison. So here's the normal armour. This will give me a +5 in my strength at the moment of how I have my stats. Exceptional gives me +7. And flawless gives me +9 strength altogether. So if I wanted to, I could get a pair of daggers, I'd go around in this flawless Defari suit, and I'd pretty much be unstoppable with a pair of daggers, not gonna lie. If you gave yourself a good amount in strength and some vitality, then you could pretty much go around like this, and it would be quite easy to just sneak up on people and kill them and stun lock them with a pair of daggers. So that is why you want to go and invest yourself in some legendary T4, T3 thralls. Because honestly, it's worth it. You need to, with this game, it's a big part of the game, and you do need to go and explore with these sort of things. So you can see why going to go and get that T3 or T4 Defari armourer would be worth it if you wanted more strength. Because I mean, Silent Legion gives you +3 strength, but if you got the Defari set, then that gives you +9, and that's wow, that's a big difference. And so on, Lemurian armourer tier 3. And then you have Fear. Fear is one of the armourers that actually spawns on the map without needing a purge. So that one's a pretty easy one to get if you wanted some medium and lights as bonus survival and strength. Although, with this set, it gives you accuracy as well. Most of the sets are mostly focused on one trait, but this is one of these if you wanted 2 traits. So now I'm going to show you my little collection of thralls I have found that you can try and get in game that will give you these flawless sets. you can pretty much make your own Silent Legion armour in a way, as long as you get yourself a good armourer. Now here's an example of mix and match armours. Of course, they're in flawless quality at the moment, so it might vary from what you can make yourself. And I've just done all my stats up to level 2. Yep, this is a mixture of T4 and Cimmerian, and this will give me a 5 in strength and agility, so that's pretty nice. This is a mix-up of Flawless Relic Hunter and Light. This gives me a +6 in encumbrance and a +2 in survival, which might be a bit nice depending on how you stat it up. You can harvest those better and hold more, so that would be nice. This is a mash-up of aqualionian, Cimmerian and Attribution. This gives me a +3 in strength, +2 in agility and +4 in vitality. And it could be useful for just, you know, running around in the north a bit, because it also has, with this it's mostly cold protection, but it also does heat protection. As you see, I'm not actually baking my ass off in the jungle, so it's fine. This is a mix-up of Veneer, Daigon, Lemurian and DLC armour. This gives me a +3 in strength, +3 in accuracy and +2 in grit, so it could be nice if you're going to do some archery, if you stat that way. Doesn't look too bad, to be honest. This is a mix-up of Veneer Heavy, Hyperborean and Heavies. So I kind of look like a Northern warrior princess. This gives me +2 in strength, +3 in grit and +4 in encumbrance. I thought this could be quite useful for people in the north, because this gives you a bit of, I mean, keep you running away from those scary creatures and you have a bit of strength to fight back. And of course you'd want to stat around this. And this is a mix-up of the DLC stuff in Heavy Tier and Cimmerian Heavies. This gives me a +4 in vitality and a +5 in encumbrance. Again, it could be nice for harvesting, and depending on how and where you put your stats, it could work out very nicely for you. So yeah, with the armours, it's really just play around with them if you want to mix and match for stats. It's worth it, so why bother with all of this instead of just getting Silent Legion? Well, Silent Legion is easier to get, in all honesty, than all of this. Unless you're getting Exceptional, again that's only 2 points off, so that would still be worth doing mix and match with Exceptional gear, and that's only getting a tier 3 armour, which you can get anywhere on the map. You don't need a purge for that, but if you want to go one step up, of course you're going to need to go and get into purge thralls, which could be a bit tricky, and there are a few spawns for T4s that are armourers on the map that you don't need a purge for. So keep killing those spawners for armourers in different locations, and at some point you're bound to get one of these unless someone snags it from you. But anyway, that is it from me today. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.